For as long as I can remember, the peoples of Avantasia have been at war. One single monumental battle between humans and orcs, dwarves and shadows, elves and sorcerers, and me, right in the middle. I had enough of it. Enough of sticking my neck out for one side or the other. Enough of carrying out orders or having to fear for my life. I seized the opportunity, and from now on, my life is in my hands. What could possibly go wrong? It was just as I'd always imagined it. I left the narrow alleys of the cities behind me and flew to freedom with my brand new airship. As soon as I learn to navigate, it'll take me wherever I want. A fantastic feeling that nobody can take away from me. Nothing and nobody. Ah, damn.
Nathaniel Bonnet! I knew I'd find you!
That's Captain Bonnet to you, my dear.
The Red Pirate wants his ship back.
Then you shouldn't shoot at it with cannons. I won't rat on you if you let me escape, okay?
I'm in no mood for jokes. This is about 3 sacks of gold.
There's no fooling around with my head-hunting orc friend. If she boards the ship, that could mean the end of my life of freedom. Or my life in general. I've got to escape her.
Land on the ice or suffer the consequences.
There's a smaller container in the large barrel. A powder keg. Well, let's light a fire under the greenskins behind. Ah, rats. Empty. The Red Pirate's ship and the prospect of finally being my own master were more important to me than his treasure. But I thought, why shouldn't I start my new life with a couple of chests of gold? What the? Confetti? Horns? Party hats? I hate Mardi Gras. I'll take some confetti, a horn, and a Mardi Gras thing. That's enough fun for today. The bottle is empty, but the Red Pirate knows quality when he sees it. The wine had a cork. The cork and corkscrew are still in the neck of the bottle. I'll just keep the corkscrew. I'm not interested in empty bottles. A rubber hose, just under 2 meters long and about a gnome's thumb thick. My guess is that the hose is used for changing water. You hear that, engine? There's no reason to break down or explode. Sooner or later, I'm going to have to deal with the machinery. Right now, I'm just glad everything's working. I've never been down here. I was a little too busy leaving the pirate island with my profits. But everything the fat man hoarded here is now mine. It's unbelievable all the things you have to worry about as a pirate these days. Health insurance, pirate social security, pensions, casualty insurance. According to these documents, a pirate with an eye patch and a wooden leg is occupationally disabled. The paperwork was boring the first time I read it. Even the paperclip that holds it all together is more interesting. Haha, that looks like expensive cigars. Locked, of course. It looks like I need a very small key, or a very big axe. I'll bend open the paperclip. Maybe then I can pick the lock. Aha! That's it! Just one cigar left. I'll use it to celebrate my successful escape this evening. Pots, jars, creams, powder, brush. Everything you need for a renovation. What the heck? Let's take that. And this. You could make a paladin happy with this junk. This must be the finest day in the life of a mirror. Ooh, how pretty.
Do I detect a hint of sarcasm?
No. Who are you?
The question is rather, why are you snooping around in the captain's cabin?
I'm the captain of this proud ship.
Proud? I was once upon a time. Look at me now, I'm a monster.
I don't think you look like a monster.
Oh, but I do. I'm old and useless.
You just want to hear compliments from me, don't you?
Oh, if that were so, you just ruined it.
Because you know now that I know that you just want to hear a compliment.
There's something about you that makes me wish I could move my arms, and not to cuddle.
I always thought figureheads were on the front of the ship.
You mean the stern?
Right, the stern.
It's the bow.
Huh?
Front is the bow. The stern is starboard.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I see you are fully qualified to helm an airship, little man.
Once again, who are you?
I'm the Mary.
Mary? Like the ship?
I am the ship. Or what's left of it. Once I traveled the 9 seas. I battled the waves and saw worlds never before seen by humans.
Are you quoting something or what?
Then the Red Pirate won me in a card game. I served under 5 captains, drunkards, pirates, but none of them were as bad as he. He turned me into an airship. He cut off my proud sails and stuck me with these bloated bags of air.
Oh, you're rid of the fat man. I, Captain Nate Bonnet, won you.
Oh, will you also use me for pleasure cruises, little man? Show me off to your drunken friends and strumpets?
I want to travel the world with you, go on voyages of discovery, have adventures. I don't have any friends, but we'll see about the strumpets. I have to go. As the captain, I have a lot to do.
You ought to know.
A black powder. Gunpowder. Enough gunpowder to fire a couple of rounds across Mazaz's bow. A cowboy outfit, a bowling jacket, an octopus costume, a feather boa, the sort of things you'd expect. I could dress up as a princess and let myself be rescued by a fat plumber. Nah. The fire in the oven is out. All I can see are a few smoldering pieces of wood in the middle. I shoved the cigar a little way into the hose. Oh yeah. Smoking is terrible, and every smoker is a monster. A skeletal arm, probably for October 31st. That's when the undead and their supporters have parades everywhere. We're undead. We wander the earth. Get used to it.
Well, how about it, Nate? Do you give up?
Yeah, just a second. I'm looking for my white flag. That should be enough. The scraps of paper will turn into dangerous grape shot when they're fired from a cannon. I hope so, anyway. Take that! All right. Do you give up?
Ah! Oh, no! How will I defend myself? All I have is cannonballs! Ah!
Here we go again. My theory is that the cotton will be so compressed by the air pressure that it will hit Zazzy's ship like a rock. If that's the way you want it,
10,000 more shots like that, and I might die of old age. How much of this do you think you can take?
That was rather improbable. I'll just use everything that's left. It's now or never. I'd say this finally evens the odds. Yeah! I'm free! Do you hear me? You'll never catch me! Oh no! I thought you bounty hunters always had another trick up your sleeve. That is so unfair. Come on, you can't just take me back to the fat man.
3 sacks of gold, Nate. Business is business.
Hey, Zazie, let me out of here. I'm the captain of this proud ship, this queen of the seas. My ship and I are a team. She would never leave her captain in the lurch.
Face it, I am now the captain of this ship, and it obeys every turn of the helm.
But it could shake you off with a daring maneuver, or drop one of those beams up there on your head.
Those beams are called yards. You feeble excuse of a captain.
She's quite right, Captain Bonnet. And to be honest, I feel somewhat safer in her hands.
Mutiny. Feminism. The other rivets are rock solid. The gap's too small to climb through, and the other boards can't be loosened. Still, I'd say I'm one step closer. I've fixed the corkscrew to the end of the hose. The chain would slide over the metal pipe and make a hell of a noise. Zazie would notice, and be really mad. First, I have to free myself. And second, I can't get caught by Mazaz. She'd just make short work of me. Zazie?
What do you want, prisoner?
Why so impersonal? We've got a long flight ahead of us. We ought to get to know each other better.
Oh, this is why I hate bringing back my targets alive.
I object. I won this ship fair and square, and I was in international airspace when you illegally boarded.
You should have defended it better. Besides, you cheated when you won it.
Just like everybody else at the table.
But none of them was stupid enough to cheat the fat man out of his ship.
You know what? I give up. Let the fat man have his precious ship back. My freedom is more important to me than this ship.
It's not just about the ship. You made him look ridiculous.
A fat little pirate who runs around dressed in red from head to toe, and I made him look ridiculous?
You beat him at cards. In his city. Nobody does that and gets away alive.
Somebody should have told me that before.
We did tell you, but you just couldn't resist, could you? If you're lucky, he'll just toss you into the dungeon for the rest of your life.
We should run away together. We'll fly to the sunny south, sell the ship for gold, and and spend the rest of our days playing solitaire and hidden object games.
Not interested.
Or we'll loot and pillage our way across the world.
Me? A hedge fund manager? I'll pass.
Or you could use me for other things. You know, I like girls with sturdy thighs.
Yeah, but I don't like miserable wimps without a hint of self-esteem.
Well, if you keep saying such mean things to me, someday I'll throw myself into the abyss.
What could happen? You don't seem to have a backbone to break.
Ouch.
Enough chatter. We both have a job to do. I steer the airship and you just sit in the cage and shut up.
Zazzy? Are we there yet?
Oh.
I have to go.
What?
I really need to go to the bathroom.
Hold it in.
Will you read me something?
No.
Can we play a game?
No.
I spy with my little eye something that begins with B.
Will you shut up? Just sit there in your cage and shut your mouth.
But are we there yet? Life is so unfair. I wish just once I could have a decent streak of luck.
And I wish I could have my hands on the helm and my ears at the same time, so I wouldn't have to listen to your pathetic whining. Wait a second. That should help. Keep talking, I'm all ears.
Zazzy? Sugar Fangs? She doesn't hear me anymore. All right, let's give it a try. I hope Zazzy really can't hear anything. Excellent.
What was that?
What?
That sound.
You mean my excited heartbeat when I see you from behind?
Ugh.
I've got the chain. Okay. Maybe the best chance I've got.
Hey! Stop!
Whew, that was close. The hatch looks like it will hold, for now. I've got to get that green skin off my ship, but how?
Ah!
Hey, Mary.
Well, what's going on?
Will you help me now to get Mizaz overboard?
Is that the person hacking away at my hatch?
That's right, and before that, she spat on your deck.
That is... Who spits on an old lady's deck?
I will avenge you, my lady. But to do so, I need help.
All right. Look under the rug. There's an entrance to a secret cargo hold that was used to transport smuggled goods. A hatch leads from there to the hull.
Ah, that could definitely be useful. Thanks. See you later, Mary.
See you later, little man.
A solid wooden hatch with a lock. Some sort of combination lock, only with symbols instead of numbers. And what's this? A little note that was slipped under the lock. Ah, a cheat sheet. How handy. The following clues are written here. 1, under the ship. 2, symbol in the mirror. 3, age of the married. There. Let's see. There's a sliding hatch. Must lead outside. Wah! I still can't believe that Mazaz was able to fool me so easily. I mean, me! The master of cheap tricks! Just as I thought. Tools and materials for the maintenance and repair of the balloons. A brush, putty knives, a needle with tear-proof thread, a roll of adhesive tape. I'll take that. Okay! That could work. The horn acts as a funnel and compresses the headwind into the mouthpiece. Now quick!
Huh? What is that thing? Ah!
That was close. But I got the axe. That will at least gain me a little time. I ought to be able to cut through the cords with this, eventually. Got it. I don't think there's anything else up there for me, but the rope could still come in handy.
You might as well open up, Nate! You don't stand a chance!
Oh man, I'm too young to die!
Do you want me to kill you? What is that? Drop
This? Sure thing. Does the term breaking shoot mean anything to you? Zazzy, you shouldn't mess with people who are smarter than you.
Come a little closer. I'll show you who you shouldn't mess with.
1.
I'm warning you, Nate.
2.
You'd better think about this. I'll follow you to the end of the world to get my revenge.
What's the difference? You're hunting me now, even though I just want to be left in peace.
But next time it'll be personal.
We're right over the Northlands, miles from the nearest settlement. By the time you get your hands on a ship, I'll be several days ahead of you. Oh, just one knobby little finger left.
You know what, Nate? I'll leave you for now. But we'll be meeting again sooner than you think.
Huh?
Don't worry, I'll find you. After all, you won't be going much farther.
You... What the... Uh-oh.
Some nerve. Hey, you! This is a nature reserve protected by Petra. What if you landed on one of the penguins, What then?
What the... Whoa! Hey! I'm afraid I know what that is, and I'm afraid I know its plan for me.